Welcome everybody to another joint Cisco and NEC webinar. I am Miguel Ángel Díaz and I work as a Business Development Manager in IP Optical Department at NEC. Today, automation is also the topic, and in particular, zero-touch provisioning. We will cover what it is, its benefits, and lessons learned we can share based in our experience implementing the technology in many different customers around the globe. I am pleased to have today again the two technical experts, Tony Verspecht, Global System Engineer Manager for Automation Specialist at Cisco, and Erçin Torun, Solutions Manager at NEC. Tony, please take us through it.
Hey Miguel, thanks for that great introduction. It's really great to be here again together with Erçin. Erçin, thanks for joining us today, where we're going to discuss zero-touch provisioning, ZTP. And as we have said before, during many of the NEC customer engagements, you often have heard about the needs for quicker and more reliable deployments of network devices. And our automation solutions like ZTP can address these needs. Could you please elaborate a little bit more on that? Thank you.
Absolutely, Tony. It's great to be together here again, by the way. So the zero-touch provisioning is a solution that automates the configuration of the network devices and has proven to be beneficial to many companies. But I need to elaborate a bit further. So the ZTP, it reduces operational expenses by minimizing the need for truck rolls and on-site interventions. It eliminates the costs associated with sending skilled field engineers to customer locations for device installations. And not only does it minimize the need for truck rolls, it also compresses the lead time by which customer-facing services are deployed. So the more automation involved, the faster the provisioning process goes. And with faster deployments, service providers can start generating revenue sooner. And one other important aspect of the ZTP is that it largely eliminates configuration errors during CPU installations and improves the first-time right KPI that many service providers today are using as metric for measuring their fulfillment processes efficiency. And increasing this first-time right KPI reduces the need for revisiting the customer premises or having to deal with service degradations or outages upon service activation. So such an outcome, it drives improved service reliability and quality, which leads to increased customer satisfaction and retention. And finally, and probably one of the most important benefits of ZTP is that it's an easy way to contribute to the sustainability goals of companies. So many large companies, especially the service providers, have thousands of truck rolls per month. And knowing that on average, every truck roll emits between around 12 to 14 kilogram CO2, with ZTP, millions of tons of CO2 emissions can be avoided. Also, people are expecting the companies that they work with or to have a strategy and programs in place to reduce those carbon emissions.
Yes, yeah. Well, great insight, some great industry expertise that you just shared with us. So if we summarize what the Cisco ZTP solution can actually benefit from, I can summarize that in a couple of key aspects. First of all, it is about significant reduction in CO2 emissions, which nowadays climate change it's top priority for many of the big companies. Then fast and more reliable service deployments, quicker onboarding of customers, reduction in configuration errors, which is going to sound like music to the ears of that customer. So fewer configuration errors, much more stable services, OpEx avoidance, and then last but not least, better allocation of the field engineering skills. Now, all of that is looking at the provisioning aspect. What is your take on how the ZTP can be used for restoration of failing or degrading services? Can you provide us some insight on that?
Yeah, sure, Tony. So those are all good questions. So we need to think that the ZTP automation can be as well used for new service and CP deployments as for restoring failing or degrading services. In terms of a degrading service, this can have to do with bad configuration or older iOS, which can be easily solved by requesting the device to download the latest iOS version prepared for the customer's specific configuration. But when the service failure has to do with malfunctioning hardware, a new CPU is shipped on site, so the customer plugs it, the device does its ZTP magic, and it's back operationally in no time.
I see. That's wonderful. So it's not only the provisioning, the fulfillment aspect of the business processes that where ZTP can contribute to, it's also the assurance aspect. So this is great. So with the ZTP, we are addressing two key areas of large companies and their needs in terms of operations. So where should our customers go to for learning more? And how can they reach out to NEC specialists to get going on Cisco ZTP?
Tony, our existing customers can reach out to their technical sales account directly, and they can start working on their automation needs and ZTP. But they can also check the Cisco ZTP landing page, automation, that covers all about ZTP and its value. But if your needs are more urgent, so please reach out to NEC Sales Director Roy Nieheim, or I think customers can reach out to you, Tony, directly, and they will get you all the info that needed to get going on the ZTP.
Wonderful. Great insight again, Erçin. Many thanks for all of that. So Miguel, back to you, and thanks.
Fantastic. Thank you, Tony and Erçin, for this insight. You left no doubt that automation and zero-touch provisioning are the way forward for all companies if they want to be digital and efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to today's webinar. And we invite you to also listen to our next short video blog on routed optical network automation, where Cisco and NEC technical experts will talk about the additional business value RON automation brings to customers. Thank you, and see you again soon.